A good coach and a good teacher is able to work with any age group.
I think the primary role that we have is making sure that those that we work with are happy in what they're doing and want to do what they want to do in terms of playing the game. We play the game because we love the game. I would never ever force a player to play in a position that they didn't want to play. Now, noted in a game situation, you may have to ask a player, look, we're struggling in that position this week, or in game you might have to just basically put a substitute on that might have to go in a non-default position, if that makes sense, to facilitate that position in the team. So in that sense, you're not forcing them, you're asking them to sort of go and do a job for you. In terms of the young goalkeeper, no, I wouldn't block them from wanting to make that transition either way. There's got to be a willingness from the individual to want to do something, or to want to play in a certain position. We can't dictate to them or force them to play in that position. For me, naturally, as a goalkeeper coach, if you see an outfield player that has probably some of the skills and attributes of a goalkeeper, and they want to have a go at playing at that position, then jackpot. That's fantastic, because look at where the game is now. The goalkeeper in general, especially at top level, will probably spend 70-75% of the time playing with the feet, compared to playing with the hands. So why not have that transition? I think the key is, from a young age, and I often get asked the question, there's no reason why, and I think it's commonly known anyway, that you wouldn't rotate your players and allow them to have, an opportunity to play in goal. Again, you wouldn't force it, you would give them the option. And you'll have some willing takers. You will have players that want to have a go in goal, put the gloves on, So I think that's an idea. I think the other one that I came up with, and I spoke to people about quite often, obviously in your training sessions, how often do coaches, and it might be to do with the expertise and the knowledge, but how often do even grassroots club actually do goalkeeping sessions for the whole group? So the whole team have a go, even if it's like in a warm-up situation for 15-20 minutes. Actually, the whole group are doing some kind of goalkeeping activity as a warm-up, so that they can get a feel for what it's like to be a goalkeeper. Whether that be doing a little bit of handling, whether it be doing a little bit of 1v1. Because don't forget now, when you look at defending, especially defending in the box, because of the way the laws of the game are changing. How many times do you see a defender now drop into like that big, long K barrier type shape to defend with their arms behind their back and so on and so forth? Well, what do you see goalkeepers doing? Goalkeepers are now using the block shape, more prevalent than we ever have done. So there are links and connections now to the way defenders will shape up, especially in the box, to the way the goalkeepers are defending the area in terms of using the block shape. So that there are connections now between some of the work defenders are doing and goalkeepers are doing. So for me, I don't see any reason why you couldn't just do a generic goalkeeping session within your team, just to give everybody a little bit of a taste of what goalkeeping looks like and what it feels like. And I'm not saying you would do that every session. You might do it once a month, but then what might happen is, as has happened many times, and experiences that I've had shared with me, is that suddenly the coaches find an absolute diamond, and suddenly there's a young goalkeeper, male or female, that they look at and go, wow, they've got what it takes, and actually they enjoy it, and they go, yeah, I want to try some of that, I want to do some of that. So without doing that, you would never have found that diamond, and there's an opportunity missed. So I think, just exposing all the group to a little bit of goalkeeping won't hurt,